feel very proud. I'm very proud of every FRC that I've gotten to visit, and every FRC that I oversee, and then the FRC is just in the whole network. They all provide, quality service to our families within the Massachusetts community.
Not only did we not really slow down at all, we continued to provide the same services that were provided before, but we also added services, and we never shut down. We were present, through all of our operating hours and then some.
There was no, well, that's not my job. We all did it. We all made sure that the community and the people that we serve were helped. If we didn't know how to do it, we found the way to do it.
Rules that we have here is let's make it simple. So simple means playing with bubbles outside. Simple means having a group for teenagers. Simple means let's get together with a group of parents and have breakfast. So definitely simplicity and being together in the same space is making a lot of people very, very excited. We're always extremely busy. We had an amazing summer. We were able to connect with the families, provide services, host multiple events, and we're not done yet.
The pandemic was difficult. We were here the entire time. We were delivering food, providing basic needs, and about offering groups virtually. So here at the Framingham Family Resource Center, we are slowly getting back to normal or to our new normal. And families are now coming back into the center, and it's good to see the families. It's good to see the kids, and it's just wonderful.
The challenge is different, being virtual and over the phone, as opposed to going out face to face and connecting with folks. But the abundance of resources from other organizations and agencies that were willing to help was tremendous. And the connection, it's like the chain was never broke. But what I'm most proud of is the tenacity and of staff, of us in general, staying, not missing a beat during this pandemic, especially when we are families too,
We learned a lot in the past few years, and we've taken some of those lessons that we've learned and we've now put them into best practices.
Our clinician does speak Spanish, so we quickly came up with this idea to do a support group for English as second language learners that attend the school district. And just kind of like a social and emotional group for these kids who aren't getting their needs met. And it became a huge hit.
We got a lot of feedback from the participants in different parts of the community that actually said, you saved our lives during COVID, because where everything was shut down and things were uncertain, we were there.
One of the things that we were really proud of is that we were very resilient from the beginning, to not let this stop us from providing services and helping people. One lady called because she needed help with furniture because her and her kids were sleeping on an air mattress. So when I did the referral, she was like, "Oh my God, thank you so much. You don't understand how much this helps me. My apartment's empty." So just seeing we think we're doing something small, but we're actually changing people's lives.
We saw problems during the pandemic that weren't being reached out with any other nonprofits, with any other programs, and we kind of filled those gaps.
We work with a lot of undocumented families where, the barriers are that there's no legal status. Here they come in and we're just like, what do you need? There's no waiting list. There aren't any barriers, and they're very appreciative.
Housing on Martha's Vineyard, as it is, I know across the Commonwealth, but specifically in resort communities at this point, is really reaching kind of a critical, in my opinion, really critical issue. We finally have an agency, a statewide agency, that understands the needs of the underserved in a resort community. People are finally taking notice that there actually are people here who struggle and are in need, desperate need of resources.
The most things that we've been working on in the past year has been housing. It's been a big issue across the state. So with all those funds that were available through IRMA, ERAP, and the RAP program, we've been able to connect all our families where they were able to get past due rents paid and get caught up on some utilities. And we're still getting people coming up to us saying what a difference it's made to have the Family Resource Center here and Ware, because now they have a place to go when they need help. So, and that their lives have changed for the better.
And obviously the Family Resource Centers are placed in communities where it's known that there's a high level of need. The two things that have really immediately risen to the surface during the pandemic has been housing and mental health.
If we were not here to educate our clients and support them as they walk through the process, the paperwork, the verifications, all of that, homelessness would be another epidemic in Southbridge.
We are now fully staffed, open 5 days a week, and really hoping to be able to maintain this because we are really becoming a staple of the community and really serving a lot of families that are in crisis.
And although the public transportation system here is now free in Worcester for anybody to use, we wanted to really be able to provide food pantry items to those community members, the elderly, those families that have little ones that have to then go on a bus and then lug a box of food items back home with their little ones. So we partnered with one of our local food pantries and Amazon. I believe we started it in the late spring, and it's actually thrived, and we've delivered to over 180 people in a month.
So I happen to, in my opinion, have the best staff you can possibly ask for. I have staff that they work as a team, and I think that's what's most important, that we have our job descriptions and our job titles, but at the end, when we all need to jump and help each other, we do. Our team from the get-go went and did revisions of the evidence-based programs they facilitate, so that they can facilitate remotely. And that way we can place eyeballs on the kiddos and on the families and see where they're at and if they're safe. So they did an amazing job, amazing.
We started a social justice reading group, and that started in the community. And then it spread to, or we adapted it and we ran it at one of our local high schools.
They really enjoyed having a safe space where they could voice their concerns, talk about their vicarious trauma they've experienced, direct trauma they've experienced related to social justice, and really having the opportunity to feel like there's something they can do about it.
Throughout this pandemic is that we're navigators of hope. And you can't move forward unless you have hope. You need to be able to see that eventually something's going to get better.
And I think that's half the battle, is just letting somebody know that I understand what you're going through.
So if we can walk, alongside, families coming in and help them navigate these systems, navigate these issues and concerns, and help them see progress, even if it's small, and celebrate it.